Hey guys, welcome back to Shoney Small Engines. In the shop today, I got this Toro string trimmer that was kind of neglected for a while, uh, left out over the winter, and obviously now won't start. We got some problems here with this primer bulb. Spark plug cap is missing, a little loose here in the handle, but I think fixable things. Let's see what's going on. What I want to do, make sure it's spark and compression it starts. So I'm going to kind of hook up this wire, temporarily. We'll take off the cover, get some fuel inside, two-stroke fuel in there, and see if we can get this thing to fire. I think the guy did try to start it because it's got some fresh fuel in here. Nice and clean, smells good, so definitely two-stroke fuel. Let's get this wire hooked up. Just temporarily do that. I'm going to take this cover off. Now, right down the throat here, the intake, we're going to make sure the choke's off, hit the throttle, get a little squirt of fuel, and see if we can get this thing to run for a second. Try it again. Not getting that to fire. I'm wondering if we're getting spark or not. I'm going to try to fix this wire and see if we can get this thing, see if this thing has spark. I'm going to put the spark tester in here. So should get some glow out of this. We do. Let's try this again. All right, not getting that thing to fire. That's not a good sign. So let's go and check compression. Make sure the spark plug has spark as well. All right, spark plug has spark. A nice blue flame. Let's do a compression test. 130. That should be enough to fire. Let's try this again. Maybe it just got flooded. I'm not sure. Has spark, has compression. The other possibility, it might be like a blocked spark arrestor. We'll clear it real quick and then try it again. I'll try a little bit of fuel. Take a look at the spark arrestor. That's nice and clean. So, other than a lot of fuel in here, I'm wondering if the needle valve's getting stuck and it just keeps pulling a lot of fuel and it's just flooding itself out. I'm going to drain the gas so that we can't pull any more fuel out of there. All right, cool. Well, we got it to finally got it to clear out and start. I want to pull the carb apart anyway and get a good clean in there just to make sure there's nothing gunked up and the gaskets are in good shape. So we'll pull the carb apart. This one off the bottom. Gasket's in a little beat up here. Generally speaking, I should usually get a good start by just adding a little bit of fuel, but I'm wondering if I think the needle valve in here might be going bad and it's just allowing a lot of fuel in. So let's pull this apart, give it a good clean, make sure the gaskets are good, make sure the diaphragm's good, and then if it is, or if it isn't, we'll replace it, and then we'll replace these fuel lines. All right, let's get this bottom cover off. Starting to get a little hard, so I'm gonna have to replace that guy. So do the diaphragm and the gasket right away. Let's check the underneath the filter. Pretty clean. This thing's definitely getting old, so we're gonna have to replace this. The gasket, the pump diaphragm. Been in there a long time. You can see some of the corrosion in here. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit. All right, let's see if we have this gasket kit in stock. Okay, I do have the gasket kit. It's right here. All right, clean up the carb a little bit. Let's get this thing back together. Clean out this plate a little. Put the gasket first. And the pump side diaphragm. Then this plate goes on. Then we have this rubber gasket. And then this piece goes on. Make sure that the screen is nice and clean. Everything should kind of click right in place. Okay. I check to make sure that the needle is opening and closing. It is. And we have this gasket. And then the diaphragm. Metering diaphragm. And then we'll put our little plate on. Tighten this by hand. All right, we got to make a gasket for this side because the kit doesn't come with one and this thing is destroyed. So we'll do that next. I'm just gonna cut a piece of this, basically make the same exact cutout, and we'll just use something similar. It doesn't have to be this full size like this. All right, just traced it. Just gonna cut these guys out real quick. Not perfect, but it'll do the job. Now we'll set that aside. We'll replace the fuel lines and the fuel filter. You gotta kind of remember the order these things go in, okay? So little guy goes to the top of the carb. This one goes to the tank, and this one has the filter on it that pulls up for the return, the fuel line. All right, we'll inspect the tank inside. Looks pretty clean. Don't worry about that. You can see these fuel lines start to go bad. They dry up. Even when I tried to pull that one through, it just kind of stripped itself. And we're going to replace this little guy here too. We'll also need to replace the primer bulb. Pop that guy out. We got the fuel lines. Here's a new primer bulb. Okay. You can tell which way it goes because it'll, you can feel suction and pressure here. So the little side again is the one that comes from the carburetor, pulls fuel in through the carburetor, through the bubble, and then back to the tank. All right, I'm using some Tygon fuel line. I'm hoping this is thick enough to seal because that's kind of like an oddball size, but should be close enough. Should swell a little bit too over time and seal it, but we'll see how that works. So we'll cut one about 10 inches long. That's going to be your fuel line. Feed that guy through. To cut this on an angle, you can if you need to. This one gets in pretty easily. Throw a fuel filter on. Stick that guy down at the bottom. Now we need to cut a return line. Doesn't have to be that long. I'm just gonna stick in there. And then we need another one that's about that long. And now we're going to put the primer bubble in. It goes in a certain way. There's a little notch right here that you got to kind of line up, or it won't click in. There we go. Put this guy on. Slide this little clamp down. All right, now let's try to get this all back together. Put that guy on. We have this line. It's pulling the fuel through the carburetor. And then we have the return back through the bubble. And then our little throttle trap. And we like that. There we go. Tuck those wires away. Come in with our carb bolts. And two. Our new homemade gasket. Make sure everything lines up. Cut just a little bit of this fuel line off. All right, let's see if we can get fuel to pull through, and then we'll go ahead and fix the plug wire. All right, it's pulling through real good. Let's see if we can get it started, and then we'll fix the rest of that stuff. All right, sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and fix this guy. All right, got that new cap on. Let's put the air filter on, the air box on. All right. Okay, we know it runs. We know it turns down there, so now I'm gonna dig in. This is probably irrelevant, but I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on with this looseness here, if there's like a loose strip bolt or something. Okay, real quick update about how that was rattling really bad. On the shaft here, this hole kind of locks into a hole, and that hole had ovaled out. So I just did like a couple touches with the welder just to kind of fill in that gap, and then tighten this down, and now we're not getting any spin at all. All right, that's all it was. So, otherwise, that's how I get that thing tuned up for the carburetor. Fuel lines, you know, the pull cord look good. I'll do a little bit more. I'll put new strings on, but that's it for the getting it running right. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. You can check out some of these other videos here. You can check out my channel there, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.